Hey guys, it's Maxie here and welcome back to another Football Manager Memories video with FM14. This particular save with Scotland wasn't special, but I thought it'd be quite interesting to look at on the basis of, we're in 2018 now, how many of this team actually made it to the Scottish national side. Not a lot. So David Marshall certainly did. He went on to have, he's done okay for the country. I'm just going to see there is an option to give caps. There we go. Russell Martin still in the squad. Certainly scares a lot of Rangers fans out there and Scotland fans and probably Norwich fans as well. Jack Grimmer was expected to make it 6 caps. I mean, it's still at Fulham in this actually. But he's actually probably had a decent career down in lower leagues in England. But yeah, just never quite made it to national team level. Kevin McHattie was another one that was highly rated. It's just not materialised for him. I think he's playing, or at least was playing for Raith Rovers at one point. That may likely have changed. But yeah, he was highly rated and someone could invest a good fortune in on FM14. Grant Hanley's still in the Scotland squad. Let's not speak of that again. Murray Wallace, again, you've saw it with so many saves. I was a massive fan of Murray Wallace in this game, so obviously got him. A few Scotland caps. John Souttar, obviously, was really highly rated. I think he said his stats decreased a little bit. But he got his big move, it seems, in this particular one to move to Arsenal. A few appearances for them after they paid £5 million. And he's a firm regular in that team. Chalmers of the Nugent, I believe. Let's just double check. Yes, indeed. Andy Robertson. So maybe we kind of did tip him to be decent. Maybe not as good as real life, where he's been absolutely superb. Still at Dundee United in this. You can see they are valued pretty modestly at 1.6 million. So he's never got his move to the Championship, or to the Premier League and then the Championship with Hull, and then of course Liverpool and the Champions League final. But 24 caps for his country, and at least in this save, he doesn't have to deal with Kieran Tierney. Barry Bannon's still kicking about. He's at Huddersfield. He's not really featured in many Scotland squads recently. One that we thought would kick on, it's unfortunately not happened. A lot of bad injuries as well. Stefan Skugel, he's at Burnley in this save. In real life, of course, has come back to Scotland to play with St Johnstone. But yeah, decent player. Pretty good in real life, actually. I quite enjoy him. Ryan Gold, of course, well expected to be the man to lead our country forward. We expect him, at this point to have 15 caps. He was valued at nearly 9 million. Regularly playing in the Premier League for West Brom. And yeah, it's not happened in real life. But you can see there, stayed at Dundee United, continued his development. And yeah, it's just an unfortunate case of maybe leaving too soon. John McGinn, maybe we did expect him to do well. Looks about 10 in that picture. Of course, that's back in his St Mirren days. 18 caps, he'd obviously moved on in this to Nottingham Forest. You can see there, pretty decent. A lot of potential still to get better as well. So he actually started at St Mirren, got a big move to Arsenal. A couple of loan spells out and he's moved to Nottingham Forest, but at least he's getting game time. But interesting. As far back as 15-16 was starting as a loan player for Celtic. We're obviously trying to purchase him in real life. I don't know if you can realise either. I'm recording these episodes back to back, so my voice is kind of going. Rhys McCabe, he was highly rated at Rangers, just never really happened for him. Got his move to Sheffield Wednesday, and it seems he's come back to Scotland and went down the leagues. I don't know if he's still there or if he's maybe tried his hand abroad, but you can see they looked exceptional. 4 caps for his country, on loan at Reading at the moment, and yeah, done well. At Reading, when Sheffield Wednesday got game time, went to Wigan, got game time, and that's his 3rd Championship club. The FM hero we all used to love, Lewis Millen, 4.3 million at Fulham, 2 caps for his country, actually just recently signed for Raith Rovers. So it's never quite materialised how it did in real life, but again, good career for him. Moved to Fulham, straight off from Cowdenbeath quite early actually. And then loan spells at the Championship level with Cowdenbeath again. And actually played well at Dundee United before getting game time in the Premier League and Championship with Fulham. James Morrison's been an ever-present, sitting at Everton, 54 caps, good on him. I don't know how his Scotland prospects looking in real life, if I'm going to get another chance in again. Graham Dorrans turned up at Celtic, which is quite awkward considering he's at Rangers in real life. He had 31 caps. I think he's been someone else, again, just hampered by injuries. Certainly affected his Rangers spell. Sometimes you forget he's there, just purely because he had such a horrible time with injuries. Fraser Fyvie was meant to be the next big thing. He's moved to film in this as well. 10 caps for his country. You can see there looks very, very impressive. A lot of good stats. His career went Aberdeen, went to Wigan, we know about that. A loan to Dundee United. Went to Leicester, played in the Premier League. In real life, he's currently the captain, I believe, of Championship side Dundee United. Jordan Rhodes, what could have been 40 goals, 40 caps, 18 goals, nearly 12 million valuation at Southampton. Went Blackburn, Southampton. It makes you wonder whatever happened to Huddersfield's Jordan Rhodes, because he was absolutely outstanding. But yeah, just not seemed to have happened for him, obviously. In real life, he's joined Norwich, I believe, on loan. Just one of those things. FM always rate him very highly. Stevie May again, this time at Middlesbrough. I said we always thought this would be the future. Apparently not. He's a few moves round about the Championship as well. And there's your biggest blast from the past. Islam Farouz, of course, was so highly, highly rated. He's still at Chelsea in game. I believe he's still there in real life. But yeah, it just never really happened for him. But hopefully, one day, it can kick on for him. But I just thought that was interesting to see the Scotland squad. Of course, the likes of Kieran Tierney wouldn't be in the database. The likes of Ollie McBurney, I'm trying to think of people coming through that maybe wouldn't have been. I don't think Chris Cadden would have been either. But yeah, it's quite interesting just that's how the Scotland squad under me was. They'd done one European Championship and yeah, pretty much nothing else. So yeah, that was times Scotland national team. One thing I do love about these memory videos and looking back through old saves, find saves you kind of forgot about. Apparently in FM14 I had an NEC save called Higgy. So there. In hindsight, way before I became NEC manager on FM18, I'd already tried it. But yeah, completely forgot about this save as well. Apparently, I won the league twice, 3 times with Motherwell back in FM14. A couple of League Cup victories as well. Honestly, couldn't remember it. So, let's have a look and see how ridiculous that Motherwell team was over the years. One thing it does make me remember a little bit about it, I do remember having a really good save with Motherwell with Callum McGregor as the main man. 53 caps for his country, 6 goals. If I'm right in saying, phenomenal. Not bad for a loan, for 3 seasons, then a freebie. And I think this is the same save where there was an FM competition as well. Name a number 10 you've had that was good for you. I submitted Callum McGregor, just basically a couple on deals. And it's when you see seasons where he's getting 20 odd assists. He was absolutely fantastic. That's how when I see Callum McGregor, I'm just like, I remember you from FM14. You pretty much took my moral team to places it really should have never went to. So we'll have a look through it. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people will know. Certainly at this moment in time, mostly fully new gens, because McGregor himself's 36. I don't remember any of these new gens. I'm not going to lie, if I'm being honest. Rab Wood rang a bell. But apart from that, not a lot of these. But interesting to know that, again, that Sheffield United save got so far. Yet, there's all these saves that are like 2029 as well. I played too much FM this year. So, we'll have a look then. We'll see what kind of players were brought in. Straight off your bat, you see Scunthorpe striker Josh Morris was in. He played 16 times with no goals. So that was an interesting one. Jordan Jones, before he obviously came to Scotland. So that's quite an interesting one. Played twice, done nothing. So it's quite cool that you identify these players and then completely forget you'd signed them in FM. And then they appear in the Scottish Premier League. I think I highly rated Scott Fox, and I think we poor keeper that season. So that makes sense. Let's see. So there you go. Callum McGregor was in. Kyle Hutton, and a 3. Alan Forrest was still at Ayr, so we'd brought him in as well. No one else that really stands out to me there as a massive signing. In terms of outs, who do we make our money off of? Henry Anier and Zane Francis Angol going to Mexico. 15-16, again that man Baharuddin Atajic, I said about him. Again, when you're a club like Motherwell, you try and recruit from Premier League releases, Championship releases, and try and reinvent a player's career and sell them on. So that was the reason for him. Kenneth McAvoy, did he do much for us? I want to say he did. Just in 9 games, 2 goals. Nope. The Gareth Bale lookalike. Reece Alazani we brought in from Crystal Palace, was pretty good. Michael Keane on loan. 35 appearances for us. That's quite cool to get somebody like that. Motherwell retired at 28 though. Ben Purrington, Marko Mitrovic. Don't really remember you. Chelsea youth striker. Yep. 4 goals in 18 games. David Templeton. Darren Fletcher, way back then, who ended up playing 60 times for us. Let's look at season 3. David Villa. Yes, I remember this well now. I always usually post about these on Facebook back in the day. David Villa, something like that. Assistant manager at St Mirren now. He came in, first season outstanding. After that, dwindled a little bit. I think he was one of those ones we gave like a good, we'll give you 50% sell on or something, if I can remember correctly. It's still mad. Been able to pull off that kind of signing 4 seasons in, fair enough. His reputation would be down, him as a player would be down, but to recruit that player is still madness. The issue is you can't really check their stats, so it's hard to tell. Cole Donaldson, Jordan Turnbull both ended up within spells in Scotland, as did Sadi Yanko, who eventually went to Celtic and is now with Porto, I believe. So we got 2 seasons out of him, really decent, before he went to Fiorentina on a permanent deal. Haris Vukic as well. Did they sell him to that year? 1 player for 100k. We never really made much money. Let's have a look here. Paul McGinn. Lewis McGugan. I think everybody signed Lewis McGugan at one point as well during their FM time. 62 appearances and 6 goals. Nothing there apart from the permanent signing of Carl McGregor actually. Harry Arter, and at one point in a free transfer. But an interesting one. Again, doing a bit of recruitment, signing from the likes of Fenerbahce. Made 2.2 million off of Haris Vukic, so he must have done okay for us. 18-19, Michael Carrick on a free, Jamie Walker on a free, Lukas Djukovic back in, Tom Haitley, Matt Taggart. So if you imagine Motherwell signing these kind of players in this particular season, in real life, is just crazy. Stuart Finlay, who's now at Marnock, you've got Andy Vyman in there, James Wilson on loan. How did James Wilson do for us? 15 games, 4 goals. So he had a few spells out on loan. Is that retired at 27? Crazy. 3.1 million we got for Okaka, so he must have been really good for us. 32 goals in 60 games. So that's good to see. Just try to see if there's any other money made. Not really, but interesting. Erupson as well. Been good, solid League 1 league type player. I think next year we've raided Hearts there. Let's see, Dani Osvaldo. Fuck! Everybody remembers Dani Osvaldo. He was mad. So we'd had him, put him for 7 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. But he obviously was at the tail end of his career. Mustafa Amini again. Hervin Angenda again. So again, a lot of players that I just kept bringing back. But he had a poor time with us. I think we maybe wanted to capitalise on his Hearts success. Mauro Zarate. Ainsley Maitland-Niles barely played for us and retired afterwards. Crazy. In the bottom 2, Wayne Rooney went and played 23 games and 5 goals. So no MLS for Wayne. It was Motherwell. And Charlie Masonda, who did he do bits for us or was he poor? Right, reasonably poor. I'm shocked at that. And his career just dwindled after that. In terms of sales, Rami Tomic, I'm assuming would be a new gen. That's not bad business though. Free transfer, 30 games, 3.3 million. Got himself a good career down south. It's just crazy looking back at this. Some of my signings I question and go, what the hell was I thinking? Some other, I'm like, alright, that's cool. So you can see just with this guy, he obviously was a solid player, so it's starting to get into new gen territory with a lot of good loans. Just try to see if I can recognise any of the real. Murray Wallace again signed. Brian Fraser on loan. Billy Mackay, Nicky Law. We brought in Luke Freeman, who played 87 times for us. scoring the 6 goals. It's just crazy, and you can see there, Johnson Amadou. So again, somebody we've recruited, sold on. Ironically, there he's now at NEC. Jordan Turnbull as well. So he'd started not spending a lot of money, bringing in a good bit, and that might be the end of our real players. Let's just look here and see if we recognise anybody. Gillison was real. Demricaz, it's going to be mostly new gens. Ranocchia, I chose Ranocchia at one point, which is quite mad. And Josie Altidore. Jesus Christ, and he actually done bits in his first season. That's crazy. And we seem to have punted him out, so is that the Jensen I'm thinking of? Oh, he was highly rated as hell as well, actually. Was he not one of those wonder kids that turned out to be phenomenal? Well, there you go. 81k. Decent-ish season, and he's selling for 2.8. Yet a good Yarston. He was, I think, one of those ones that are amazing. So we quickly browse through and see if I can see anyone else that really stands out. I can see straight away Diego Costa. He came in. I had a tendency, if they were a big name, to sign them at a ridiculous age. So he came in at 2023. You can imagine what age Diego Costa was then. He eventually got relegated with Doncaster. Sergio Aguero we had at one point, 2023. So again, you imagine the AGM then. 2 very average seasons. Not a great business model, but we were selling people for money, so we were bringing these people in. Carol Janmat as well. You can see there Jason Cummings on loan, Jack Grealish on loan. Darnell Fisher was brought in. I'm trying to think, is this the one I brought in James Rodriguez at one point? It was. So I think it was like a 34-year-old James Rodriguez came in. 2 seasons, we sold him to Groningen, and then he went to Marella in Mexico. Anybody else that's real? I think that might be the last of the real players. Let's have a look. Pretty much, yeah. But it is, there you go, Cal McGregor on a free 2027 before we finally got him in. So I think we must have not been able to keep him on and then re-signed him. It's a lot of reason I can think of that, but that is quite crazy to think about. But as I say, Football Manager, you look back at it and go, some of those signings are just absolutely crazy. I'm just going to quickly check something as well while we can. Is there anyone here? Let's go to MK Dons. I just want to check basically the Premier League, so let's just quickly skip up. We'll go to last season, that'll make it a bit more easier. Arsenal won it. Chelsea, Man City, Southampton, Man U down in 6th place. Tottenham down in 9th, Liverpool 11th. But the most mental thing in 28-29, Carlisle were in the Premier League. Wow. Let's look and see who Man U's manager Sean Batt. Okay. Man United bring in John Souttar and Jefferson Farfan. Alberto Cherry, another former wonder kid. Nelson Oliveira, we expected a lot more from him. Kurzawa as well. Let's look at City. Bringing in Ozil, Jesse Rodriguez, Alex Song, Alberto Moreno. Crazy. Griezmann in the first season, and Dante, of course, when Dante had been at Bayern. Liverpool ended up with Solly March, Liam Kelly, and Dean Rittenberg. Is that a youngster? Oh, no, he's real. I don't know a lot about him. Second season, Yarmolenko, Nkulu, Kapui, Williams, Sequeira, Robbie Thompson, I think, with Celtic. Yep, that's the one, the young goalkeeper. And if I can quickly skip through, I don't want to get through every team. We'll just finish at Chelsea, because obviously they have still been spending Romans millions. So straight away, they buy Diego Costa, similar to real life, that makes sense. Mike Ott as well. Koke, Shaqiri, Grealish, Mandzukic, Rodriguez, Kenny Tete, who's at Lyon. Now Mr. Mo Salah was loaned out, and we can't click on him, so I don't think his career quite went the way it has in reality. Facundo Ferreira, Thiago, Doria, and Georgi Milanov, the big name signings. We got one more, Mtite and Denzel, at least are the 2 I'd heard of, maybe not quite reaching the lengths they have in reality. And because I'm curious, Let's check Barcelona and Real. As you can see, very inventive with my game names up below. Let's see what kind of transfers Barcelona and Real Madrid made at the start. So Barca, 9.5 million for Mangala. They also brought in Thiago Casola and Doria, selling Pedro, Marc Bartra, Martin Montoya for decent money. I'll just go with the ones that are for a decent amount. Ter Stegen came in, Nathan, I'll remember Nathan was highly rated, Ander Herrera for 21 million, and Serge Aurier. So a lot of Premier League names there. In terms of out, they finally released the former FM wonder kid Kierison. See, Alex Song went for 25 million to Man City, and Christian Tello to AC Milan. Next season, they purchased Andre Schürrle, Geoffrey Kondogbia, someone that was meant to be phenomenal, was just never really taken off, and there is your big, massive marquee signing that's going to put the flair in Barcelona. Messi's main man, Marouane Fellaini. Incredible. They sold Rafinha, Doria and Mangala were poor purchases as well, it seems, as they all went out the door. And the following season, they brought in Lucas Ocampos, the madman Mario Balotelli, and the unfortunate youngster Adebelek Nouri. Of course, we all know the situation with him, which is absolutely terrible. But in this, he did sign for Barcelona, which probably gives you an idea of the potential that young man had. But in terms of outs, Gerard Deulofeu, Denis Suarez, and Nathan for Barcelona. I'm just going to click on Sociedad for the sake of getting to Madrid quicker. And if we skipped 13-14, no signings in the first season. Second season, Bruno Martin Indi. They also brought in Maicon, Robert, Marco Verratti, the man that's been held out for so many years but just never really has reached his FM potential, because I felt like he was fantastic, Alexander Dragovic, and they also brought in Victor Wanyama from Southampton. Rafa Varane was then surplus to requirements. He went to PSG alongside Fabio Coentrão. They sold Nuri Sahin back to Dortmund for 5 million. And of course, the previous mentioned sale of Hesse. Sami Khedira went to Arsenal. Well, Denis Cheryshev, of course, famed for a good World Cup there, has went to Espanyol. Next up, Marco Malazikman from Boca with Guido Vidala. Oh my god, I remember Vidala. Everyone used to sign Guido Vidala. Not a great career, it seems. Ended up back playing in Argentina with Estudiantes, then went to Corinthians. If somebody can let me know in the comments section where he is now. It's a name I've not heard in a while. I've just been reminded because of this look back. So if somebody can let me know where Guido Vidala is, and if you've used him in a recent FM, let me know. Alexander Mitrovic. Mitro's on fire, or was on fire for Real Madrid. 2 seasons there before a move to Porto, and seemed to have been quite clinical as well before ending up at Dortmund. And Nili Bentaleb. Interesting. They sold Morata to Arsenal. They sold Casemiro back to Fluminense. I don't feel he would have been as... I don't know, he was always highly rated in FM more than he was in real life, and it took him a lot of time to blossom. So I don't know if because he'd initially struggled, they downgraded his stats, but he seemed to have a great career at Fluminense before retiring at Goiás. Let's see, anybody else there that really rings a bell? Nothing massive. Next season, Angelo Henriquez from Man United, Florian Thauvin from Marseille, Kurzawa in as well, Tinjevaj, Chicharito for a mere 2.6 million, and Pierre-Emile Hojberg from Sampdoria, obviously the moment of Southampton. In terms of sales, Angel Di Maria, Bruno Martins Indi, and Marco Verratti out the door. And the last season, we'll just make this the final one. Sergio Roberto coming in, Kurt Zouma, Leandro Bittencourt, Marc Bartra, a young Anthony Martial for a very small fee, so he was maybe rated highly in FM as well. Let's see, so he had a lot of spells out, the likes of Rapid Vienna, Roda, Stade Rennais, for Real, and a good career he has to be said at PSG. And in terms of outs, Wanyama, Mitrovic, Tauvin, and they released Pepe. Pretty much similar to real life. Apparently, we're going to sign Mr. Dembele. Wrong button. So yeah, that is going to be it for this episode of the Football Manager Memories. We'll continue on with FM14. There's still a lot of saves to explore. But as always, thank you for watching. Any comments, subscriptions, likes are all deeply appreciated. Let us know, as I say, if you know where Guido Vidala is. And yeah, your FM14 memories. And yeah, if you use this skin as well back in the day. But cheers for watching, and hopefully you'll join us next time for some more Football Manager Memories. Thanks again. Bye bye.